Zoom, 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 zoom. World. Habai, folks. Wubbo kabum tabo zubum world. Maba nabame ubis dubba yubble. That means my name is Doyle, welcoming you to Zoom World, a fun-filled YouTube channel devoted to Zoom. And this time around, I'm going to be spotlighting a Zoomer from Season 4. Now, again, as I mentioned in my last video, I had to delay it because I got sidetracked with my main YouTube channel, Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So again, I do apologize. But I'm proud to bring to you this Season 4 Zoomer. This guy is absolutely really funny, and he's absolutely hysterical. He's pretty talented, and he does a pretty good job, especially when he's teamed with David Azzoto. So now, without further ado, the Zoomer I'm going to spotlight this time is none other than Norman Christian. Now, if I didn't get all his intro completed, I do apologize. But anyway, yeah, that was kind of tough to do. You know how fast those Season 4 name intros go. Anyway, yes, that's right. I'm going to be spotlighting Norman this time. And again, he's a really cool guy, and he's really funny. Now, of course, I'll be showing some still frames and some footage of him and some other Zoomers in action, but of course, this will be focusing on Norman only. So, I hope you're ready for this, because this is going to be a fun one. So, if you're ready, let's get started. Okay, here's Norman as Professor Von Dummkopf from the very first episode of As the World Zooms. Now, I am going to plan to give you some of the series later on next month, possibly. I know I've been getting requests from Aaron Limbaugh to give us some episodes. It's pretty good. Now, as the professor, I'm going to continue on before I give you the next few clips. Yeah, Professor Von Dummkopf's pretty darn funny, especially when he has that invisible dog of his, Lucas. Really funny. Yeah, and he just forgets to fix things because he's the handyman at the zoom in. Yeah, absolutely funny he is. Of course, you kind of got a little bit of slight glimpse of Kate as well. You saw Carmen as well, but you also saw Kate, who I will be spotlighting later in the month. Okay, that about covers it. Next clip. As you can see, there's Norman on the bottom row with David, along with most of the others doing Friends. Now you can see that you'll know that he and David are really good buddies. You'll see a little more footage of them in action later on. Okay, here's Norman with David. This is one of the few fun moments they have together. They're doing the first Zoom phenomenon featured in Season 4, The Volcano. Yeah, they do one heck of a job at it. Now there's Norman playing the manager of this here spooktacular monster restaurant in the Confused Waitress play, which you'll see that later on in the month. He's pretty good, but Carmen and Andre, they're really good in this too. Here's Norman in a Zoom extra bit where he's reading out this little short poem or story about, well, in this dark closet, dark room, or something like that, you know. Here's Norman along with Red listening to David's, well, Zoom trauma story of losing one of his pets. I believe it was a dog, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah. Again, I'll spotlight David another time, but anyway, yeah. Okay, here's Norman with Harvey in the Are You Alert bit. This part's real funny. Now that's a clip I definitely gotta give to y'all one day. Are You Alert? It's pretty darn funny. But I'll be showing you another bit of that later in the month when I talk about Kate, because I've already mentioned that in the special announcement video. Okay, back to the clips. Here's Norman in the tuna play along with Tommy and David and Tishy as well. So, yeah, he does a pretty good funny joke at the end. Here's another bit of As the World Zooms. Professor Von Dummkopf goes see Bertha at the Zooming Grill. Yeah, wants a big sandwich, and Bertha's giving him so many options and what have you. I especially love the ending to this little bit as well. It's pretty darn funny. Yeah, here's the Rock Around the Clock band. There's the guys and what have you. There's Norman. Yeah, he looks pretty cool. So do the girls. Here's Norman in the play, the town in the west that didn't have a sheriff. Yeah, it looks pretty funny with the fake mustache on. So did Tommy. There's Norman along with Carmen, David, and Tracy. They're having a little Zoom rap here about school. Yep. Pretty good job on listen. Again, like I said, maybe Spotlight Norman, but you'll see the other Zoomers throughout this, you know. So, I'll go ahead and give you a freeze frame here. Here you see Norman in another Zoom rap. There's Kate, there's Harvey, there's Tracy, there's Tommy, and there's Andre as well. Okay, well, you partially got seen there. You see Norman, there he is. Yeah, they're having a little fun race there. Really fun. Okay, we see Norman, Carmen, Tracy, and Red here fixing Andre up with a blindfold, trying to feel this little Zoom barrel challenge. We have to feel, try and feel and tell someone with them oven mitts and what have you. Now that is a pretty funny little game there. Okay, now here's Norman in this little quick play called Explorers. Well, I know it's this here Explorer Society thingy. But anyway, now he does a pretty good job with this one. Very funny. Here's Norman along with a few other Zoomers and another Zoom rap bit. Yep. Again, these Zoom rap segments are really good. Okay, there's Norman along with Tracy and Harvey learning how to do an African dance in a Zoom dance segment. Yeah, well, Norman's trying to get the hang of this and what have you. But still, he does a pretty good job, just like the others. Here's Norman and David again. They're doing a little Zoom do on bean sprouts. Now I gotta say, David adds sort of like an Igor in these segments. Well, that in the volcano segment, but he was changed up for another assistant to Norman, which I'll show in a little bit. Now here's another fun bit with Norman and David. They're playing these here, well, guys who are at a ranch or something. They're just giving fun jokes and what have you. They're absolutely crazy and what have you. And there goes David's fake mustache. Really funny. Here's another funny bit of that. This is another funny bit. No, they're one of these farmers. Yeah. Yeah. Look, they are funny, huh? And here's another one. Once again, Norman and David are an absolutely funny comic team. Except when in this last bit, they, well, kind of mess on the last bit of Home on the Range. They sing one different line of the chorus. Pretty darn funny, huh? Here's a shot of Norman along with Red, Carmen, Tracy, and Tommy, and they're at the Zoom barrel trying to get one of the Zoomers to do something from a little something picked out of the Zoom barrel. Okay, you'll see Norman. There he is, and you saw Tishy there. Those two and Andre are trying to do a Zoom barrel where they're trying to write their names on the piece of paper on their forehead and what have you. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Now here's another helping of Norman as Professor Von Dummkopf. There he is along with Bertha, that's Carmen, and Tommy as Maxie in the As the World Zooms episode Stuck Elevator. Yeah, now this one's classic. This was one of the first episodes I saw. I know it was written by, well, Zoom historian Walter Britsky, who of course sent in numerous things for Zoom, starting with this season. I know I read hits in one of season 5, but I haven't seen the episode of that yet. And I know he sent lots of stuff he sent to them was used in season 6, however, but he did one heck of a job with this. They actually showed a recap of this episode when they read a letter Walter sent to them a few episodes later, thanking them for doing this. There's Norman and Andre in this funny bit where they're pointing out that Tommy's character has different colored socks. Very funny. Unlike what Kate and David have. And they actually did a Zoom wrap after that little funny bit. Alright, let's continue. Here's Norman in this little skit with Tracy, and, well, thinks he needs some new glasses, so he has to read this here little chart that has Zoom on it, but has the layers of Zoom jumbled up and what have you. Very funny bit. Now, here's the Feeling Groovy vid and what have you. Norman, Tracy, Carmen, and Tishy were hurrying up trying to get picnic area set up, but Kate, David, and Harvey told them to slow down and what have you. Pretty good and what have you. I definitely gotta share this one of these days. Now, here's a little bit of a mishap they had. There they go. Back there's Norman playing the pilot in Snobbish Airlines, which it's still doing pretty well. It's almost up to 100 views. Yeah, really funny. Okay, here's Norman along with Tommy and Andre doing a little Zoom barrel challenge, trying to get jelly beans from one bowl to another. Yeah, that looks like a fun challenge. Okay, here's Norman along with David again. Oh, this time David's the robot. It's Togi's his name. I believe that's also the name of that Igor type character too. Anyway, they do a Zoom phenomenon. I think it's pretty funny. That I mean, just as much as he was as an Igor type character, David's just as funny as Togi the robot. But again, Norman's still a great as the kind of scientist and what have you in this. He's really good. There's Norman and they're trying to stop Lucas from taking Bonnie's skate wheel in the end of an As the World Zooms episode. Yeah, I thought you might want to get a good look at what moves on what Lucas does. hmm Okay, almost finished. Next clip, please. Here's Norman along with Andre doing the Ghost in the Egg poem. Really a funny bit. I definitely gotta show this one day. Here's Norman playing that scientist again. David comes up and tells you when to learn how to speak lovey-dovey. So, Norman's trying to tell him to get an envelope and send it to Zoom, and then yeah, Sazy as well. Of course, if you don't know what that is, if you've never watched Zoom, a Sazy is a self-addressed stamped envelope. This is the season where Sazy was introduced. Really great to say that. Sazy, 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 Sazy. Yeah, but of course that was done by Kate at first. Okay, here's a real fun bit with Norman. Here he is along with Andre, tending to see different doctors playing by David and assistant played by Tracy. It's called The Strange Disease. Of course, it's about someone who can't stop speaking lovey-dovey. I definitely gotta show this one day too. We'll see. Stay tuned. Now, here's Norman in a consumer report segment about saving cans and what have you. Yeah, that's really cool. You still gotta try to do your best to recycle cans and what have you. Help a can become a new can. An old can become a new can. Little joke there. And you can tell that it is Norman. There's David along with Tracy and a deaf girl she knows named Jean Carmen in this little Zoom barrel segment, trying to get a little ping pong ball into the bowl. That's pretty cool. Oh, here's a funny bit. You just saw Norman there. It's Kate and Red. Yeah, Kate's the umpire and Norman's the catcher. Red's trying to hit the baseball, and all they're standing is fruit and round fruit. Can you believe that? That's pretty gosh darn hilarious. Here's a little shot of Norman, Harvey, Kate, and Tishy Selmacher playing a little Zoom barrel, trying to pass a little small box with using only their feet. That's pretty funny. Here's one more. Okay, here's one more helping of Norman's Professor von Dummkopf, and well, he's trying to. He's supposed to fix Bertha's clock, Bertha's laying, what have you. Yeah. But apparently he's, well, I'm not really going to spill the beans and what have you. I don't want to tell you how that goes because it'll bore the audience if you haven't seen the episode, you know. Here's a shot of Norman along with David, plays a little dog who just keeps asking woof for questions at them. Yes, and then Tracy as a waitress asks one. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Now here's a shot of Norman and David. We also get to see Kate and Andre in this bit. Here they're hanging Rowdy. This little sled dog belongs to the girl you see here, Sally Heckman. Yeah, she was a pretty good Zoom guest. I like that. Her Zoom guest film was pretty good too. Okay, now Norman's part of this along with Andre, David, Tishy, Kate, and Red. This is a musical hats segment of a, well, not just segment, but a game. This game's absolutely hysterical because they play that funny, hysterical Zoom song in a jazzy way. Yeah, pretty darn funny. Here's Norman playing this here king who really wants something to eat, but, well, they can't really give him anything, but the chef insists on making elephant soup. I gotta say, this plays pretty darn funny. Well, I'd say that's about it. That's about all I can show of Norman for you. Well, now you know how funny Norman is. He's pretty funny, and well, you see how he is with a good buddy like David, who I'll spotlight someday. I don't know when, but you'll get one eventually. But anyway, Norman's just so funny. Anyway, so now you see about Norman. I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you did, click the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe to Zoom World. Be a part of this great channel that is Zoom World if you are into the classic show that is Zoom. And again, the next Zoomer Spotlight vid will come up on the original day on Saturday next time, I promise. You'll get another video coming up this later in the week. So thank you for watching, and if you like this, consider checking out these recent Season 4 Zoomer Spotlight vids I had recently done. In the upper left-hand corner is the vid I did on Red, the upper right-hand corner is the vid I did on Tishy, and the bottom left-hand corner is the vid I did on Carmen. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you are into this great show that is Zoom, then this is the place for you, Zoom World. So until next time, this is your friend Doyle saying, see ya.